Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. For those of you who do not know, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, not 201 consecutive trades. For further details and information about how to join us on the challenge, information is in the description below. In the previous video, we did a stock update on ticker symbol ABML, so please refer back to the previous video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol ATER, and before we do that, we're also going to be doing a quick update on ticker symbol MMTLP and also an update on ticker symbol MMAT. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is a website for creative and curious people, lifelong learners, beginners and professionals. It's also an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for everybody who loves learning. Some of the key benefits of Skillshare include it being ad-free, and it also has new premium classes which are added every week. Let's now head over to the Skillshare website and have a look at some of the key features. So on the screen here, you'll see as soon as I get to the website, I get a message here, welcome back Ali, you are ready for your next lesson, question mark. So as you can see on the screen here, I'm currently doing a lesson there which I'm going to share with you shortly with regard to automated trading bots. So further down, as you can see on the screen here, there's also a recommended for you section, and that includes things that I may be interested in, such as Binance, cryptocurrency, and how to invest and profit with crypto. Going further down, I also follow Adobe Illustrator, so I have recommendations there for Adobe Illustrator. I'm also interested in Photoshop, so there's pretty much any courses here available for almost any topic, from trading to tap dancing. And further, if we go back up, we also have sections here in terms of on the browse section where you can search here. You can see topics here include music, illustration, graphic design, marketing, lifestyle, productivity. So there is almost everything here for anybody who's interested in learning. I'm now going to share with you on the screen here one of the new courses that I've also just started. So the title of this course is BitsGap Cryptocurrency Bot Trading Course 2022. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see, so as soon as I've completed one of the video courses, I get a tick. So we have an introduction, what is BitsGap, how to sign up with BitsGap, all the way down. Once I've completed it at number 13, we'll have a section on my exchange management. So this is something that is I'm currently following. So if you look further down, I get an overall project description. I can read reviews, have a look at the discussions, as well as the student project. So this is an excellent site if you want to increase your learning. The final thing I'd like to say is the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description below or the code Trading Secrets will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare. So please go ahead and join. Okay, we're going to start by having a look at ticker symbol MMAT and MMTLP. So a quick update on the post by George. This is a post that he shared on StockTwits, and this is in response to a number of investor questions as well as analyst questions with regard to how the whole process of the special dividend has been conducted. So let's have a look at the post in question on StockTwits and what George has stated here in response to JJ Machete, who's tagged in. He said, it's understandable that you may think that I had other options. However, please take a look back. So it looks like a little bit of self-defense here by George. He has faced a huge amount of criticism, but he has not responded. So I think this may be the start of a defensive approach. He's also gone on to say, please take a look back. I was not responsible for structuring the deal on behalf of Torch. I don't think anybody's claiming he was. So he doesn't need to say that because that's information that we already know. He's also gone on to say that Torch had a board and a CEO who dealt with Series A preference share and proposed what they felt was best for their shareholders. Again, I agree with that. That's not the main criticism from the shareholders. So George is not, so far, in my opinion, addressing the key questions from the shareholders. So let's see what else he said. He said, on the MMAT.cn, which is referring to the Canadian side pre-mergers, our shareholders received zero ownership of preference shares. Again, no new information. As we became the new management, we inherited the new structure that was proposed by Torch, and we're being fully committed to get the assets off our books. Yes, that's the information that we need from you, George. He's also stated here in a defensive approach from MMAT, he stated that we've invested $15 million in maintaining the value of the assets. and working with our best team of advisors we could get for the benefit of the Series A preferred holders. Hope this makes sense. It does kind of make sense. So this was something reported in the previous balance sheet, and it was also highlighted with regard to it being recorded as a liability from the MMAT point of view, and also in terms of an expense from the new company, which will be potentially Oilco, because obviously the drilling cost is not part of costs that should have been paid by Meta. And one of the reasons why I think this $15 million has been paid is because the whole process has dragged on a long time. So George certainly didn't expect to pay this $15 million. So again, another defensive approach. Let's have a look at a follow-up to this post on Twitter. Okay, what I'd now like to do is look at some follow-up posts that were received after that main post. So again, he's tagged in JJ Machete here on the screen. He's also tagged in Dilwat. So as we know, George has faced a number of questions. So let's have a look at the one at the bottom where he's tagged in JJ Machete and Dilwat. So again, he's talking about the previous company vote in Torch. However, a 50 million deal was not part of that. And he says, we hope to use this capital to grow MMAT. He's also said that it's good news for MMAT's original investors. They never complain about the decision with regards to dilution. He's also said it's interesting that you think the only way to recapture the investment is a payback. So there are more options. And he's also saying here, by the way, I'm not trying to convince you, because at the end of the day, it's not about manipulation. So a lot of people have stated that it is about manipulation. I'm not sure there is manipulation, so I probably will agree with George on that one. He's also said it's about perspectives and facts. You have yours and I have mine. And then let's finish off by looking at the top post here. He says, George has stated, I realise that I am not an oil and gas expert, right? So question mark. So that's by adding a question mark. He's not officially stated or agreed or disagreed with that. He's also said there is a reason why I'm a CEO of a tech company and an oil and gas company. So this is a common question. So George does not have expertise in oil and gas. We do know that. However, going forward, I think the key complaint or the issue that I think has not been addressed so far in these posts is the key issue of how the process has been handled in terms of communication, how the process of lack of information in terms of the investor presentation we're still waiting for, and also lack of clarity with regard to were there any potential buyers. And finally, I think just a case of them not carrying out sufficient due diligence in terms of acknowledging and understanding that this is not a simple process. This is a very difficult and complicated process. And I think if they had known this in advance, it would certainly make the whole process much, much easier. I'd like to now share a very interesting tweet from Uncle Smokey Stock Trades, who I think has stated here at the top, MMAT, this is what I've been saying. So Uncle Smokey is one of those YouTubers who is quite bullish on Meta, and I am in agreement with that. But the key difference is I'm not bullish on Meta for the short term. I am bullish on Meta as a long-term play. I think short term it's a penny stock, it's extremely volatile, and I don't expect any significant return, certainly within the next 12 months. But certainly as a long-term hold, I think the potential is great. So let's have a look at the post in question. He's tagged in Duke Silver, MMAT Bossman, and he's tagged in Duke has tagged in George with regard to the tweet. With regard to the post on Stock Tweets. We also have a response here from Raymond Soups, and those of you who've been following the channel will know that Raymond Soups is a bear on Meta Materials, is also a bear on MMTLP, the special dividend. And Raymond Soups has stated here in the post, you should make clips of the 13th of May 2021 squeeze plot conference call. So finally, we've had a response from George on this recording. So let's have a look at the recording from the response from George on the right here. He said, if you had accessed or played the whole clip, you would realize what was actually said. I dare you or anyone else to post the entire call, aka illegal recording, instead of a specially edited tiny piece out of context. Then you will see the answers you are seeking. Trust me. I think the very two last words are very, very strong here. Trust me, that potentially could be very bullish. A lot of people have been trusting George. As far as I'm concerned, the trust is there until we get official news. So obviously, once the final outcome is known and we know the final outcome is positive and it is good, then this statement here where George is saying, trust me, then that will represent the truth, and the truth that we should have trusted George. However, if the outcome is not what the vast majority of investors didn't expect, then obviously I think there is going to be a lot of criticism from George. So as far as I'm concerned, we're still giving the benefit of the doubt. So with regard to this, but again, if you refer back to the previous video, one of the things that I did say that the company now have stated that they are going to give us more development, more news in the coming months. So unfortunately now we do not have an official deadline. Okay, and finally on MMAT, quick update from George on Twitter. He stated here, he's hashtagged the EV industry, and he stated here, the EV industry is pushing energy density. Hashtag battery types have two problems in common. That is safety and weight. Research shows that even solid state are at risk. Meta's plasma function tech makes batteries safer and lighter at the same time. So he's given a link there. The shared is also given us an illustration of the potential of metamaterials for the battery sector and especially the EV sector. So again, this is another example of something that hopefully comes to fruit in the long term with great potential for metamaterials. Okay, the next stock I'd like to provide an update for is ticker symbol ATER, also known as Aterian Incorporated. So we're going to have a look at the chart for this. On the screen, you'll see that on close of play on the Friday, the stock was up in excess of 21.3%. However, what is much more interesting is the stock over the previous 5 days is up in excess of 85%. So if we'll have a look at the chart here, we can see significant spikes here on the 5th of April when it went from around about $3.20 all the way up to in excess of $4. And again, we've seen a significant spike here on the 8th of April where it went from around about $3.65, again in excess of $3.60. So again, strong support at the moment, just in excess of $4.50. But let's have a look at what is driving ticker symbol ATER into much more of a bullish momentum. Okay, so I'm going to share with you now some latest news from GlobeWire for ticker symbol ATER. So let's have a look at this. This stock has been going up, as just stated in terms of the chart, quite significantly. We did have positive earnings earlier, but this is an update from Globe Newswire. So let's see what was shared here. And this is from the CEO, Yaniv Sarik, and what he stated here in a quotation is a new breed of technology-enabled consumer product company. So ATER is part of a new breed technology company with technology-enabled consumer product companies. We focus on building and acquiring with e-commerce brands online. The company operates with 14 consumer brands selling products across various categories on channels such as Amazon, Walmart, Shopify, and eBay, etc. And that gives the company potential to invest in their own proprietary software. So again, good potential for revenue generation in the future. And this software is called AIMEE. So this is a software that enables the team to manage the business more efficiently by injecting technology into processes that would otherwise have to be executed manually and would require hiring an unscalable and sustainable workforce. So let's have a look at the stock with regards to squeeze potential, because this is going to be very interesting. Okay, so let's finish off by having a look at the data with regard to the latest information from Fintel with regard to short interest and the short squeeze score. So on the screen here, you can see certainly what's interesting with regard to ATER is now rated 99.37, but it's also #1 out of 5,538 recorded stocks. So this is, again, quite significant from a squeeze point of view, but if we look at the gamma squeeze score, we have a gamma squeeze score of 80 out of 408 with an overall score of 84.92. And let's now finish off by looking at the cost to borrow. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see the latest short borrow fees. But what's interesting here, if we look at the 28th of March 2022, the cost to borrow was 9.65, and it has been steadily increasing more recently, and we can see the latest information, it has gone up now to 61.51. So again, a significant increase in the cost to borrow. So ticker symbol ATER. So this is a stock that is on our watch list amongst many other stocks. So if anybody would like to receive a copy of these stocks from our weekly watch list, you can join our Discord for as little as $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.